Hey, it's Deer from X-Ray. Today my playthrough of Void War on Torment 12 difficulty. This is my first attempt. I'm using the Explorator B, considered to be one of the best ships in the game to play against the higher Torments, and that's by players who are much better than me on Torment 12. And we also have the Witch Commander. I picked this at random. I picked the ship at random and the commander at random from a list of commanders that are recommended that work well with this ship. So far it has worked well. We've gotten to the 5th sector and we're about to enter the Imperial Coreworlds. And what we'll do is I'll jump into the 6th sector so we can figure out, see the node or travel layout of this last sector and see who the boss is, and then we'll talk about the status of the ship and the crew. 324 scrap. Let's move into the Coreworlds and see what faces us. Okay, and we see the Vault of Souls ahead, and let's see who's guarding the vault. Ah, Necropolis Barge. Oh man, one of the toughest bosses in the game on Torment 12. And I am looking forward to this fight. I've been wanting this fight, and we have an option of merchants spread across here. So we're going to be visiting one of these for sure. And we have a Shaman merchant. Good. I wanted to visit a Shaman merchant. They have crew, psychomancy, and consumables. So I have a chance to get more consumables. Up here we have equipment. Now I wouldn't mind even some equipment. My weapons on my crew are not all that great. I don't have the best weapons available, but they're adequate. I don't need any systems. Missile template's an option, but I would like some more crew. Maybe some more psychers would be good. So we'll see if we can afford that, if we can survive the trek there. And status of ship and crew. Right now I've got all the systems I wanted to get for getting to this final battle. I've got the shield charger. I finally got this in the last part of Sector 5. It's kind of tough to get there. We'd lost a lot of hull, but we finally got this, so I'm happy to have it. Got the siege beam early in the game. We'll be powering this up for the boss battle, hopefully upgrading to level 2. And we got Hull Reaper, which also I'll try to upgrade to level 2. Missile system, where I've only got one missile. And you see the templates are far away. I'd like to get some more crew members just so we're ready for boarding. We are going to probably get boarded by bloat mites throughout the battle. And so I wouldn't mind getting I do have one Imperial Scribe with Purify. I wouldn't mind getting a second one in case we get one team member gets killed. We have a second one as a backup. That wouldn't be a bad thing to have for this this boss battle. And let's see, in terms of weapons, we have two of these 3-shot weapons, though they're very slow to power up. But I did purchase a Night Field. So that means at the start of the battle, it's only at the start of the battle we'll have the advantage of having our guns ready to fire. Not really a great advantage, but it may help us with survivability, getting to the final boss fight and minimizing our hull damage. That's what we're going to try to do as in this particular video. Also picked up 2 other weapons. I've got a Gravitic Ray and I have a Heat Beam. I picked up earlier. I bought both of them at the same time. Even though I couldn't employ the Heat Beam because of the Lance, my plan is once we get to this this merchant here, I'm just going to sell. I'm going to sell the Gravitic Ray, probably won't need it, and then replace it with the Heat Beam. That way we can start fires on the Necropolis Barge when we can. And let's see, the remaining systems, then we have the Lance, which we talked about. Also have an Auto Surgeon 2. We'll have to see if I have scrap left over. I will upgrade to 3. It may help us with survivability against those bloat mites that will board us. And my commander currently has a Drained Strength. This will be helpful against any of the boarders and even the enemy Death Knights will be facing on the enemy ship. And a Death Bolt, of course, that comes with the commander. And I do have an Assault Cyborg. That came with the ship. He's managed to stay alive. And I have a Gorgothian Legionnaire, and he's got a Heavy Translocator. So that's how we'll be able to board in the shields. Now, and one thing I don't have is I don't have any fusion charges. So that's going to make damaging the enemy shield a little tougher. We're going to have to do some damage in that room to the enemy shields, or we're gonna have to do some damage with the help of their crew to get the shields down. That could be a challenge in this battle. Though I do have the Assault Cyborg. If he boards in that room with us, he'll be able to take the shield down by 1 notch because he can help remove power from the shields. That'll be helpful to have. I'll probably send him in with the main boarding team since I don't have any consumables. And now there are consumables here. Maybe we'll get shield charges on the way in. So I'm hoping we have fusion charges. That'll help us out. And then the rest of my crew, I have a Combat Husk who has a Thirsting Glove, and he's kind of weak. He's not really, obviously a level of a Knight character, but his Thirsting Glove gives him 10 health on every kill, so that may help out. Now I have a Herald of Ruin who has a DPS of 6, and he's got some decent armor, and he can board with his Aetheric Strides. He can board on his own, might be able to snipe some of the casters on the Necropolis Barge. And then I have a bunch of support crewmen here, 2 engineers. I still have my Flux Priest. I could feasibly use these Flux Priests in the final battle. I could send them to the enemy ship and just send them off to their death in the enemy room, right? Because they cause 20 damage on death. So I don't necessarily want to do that. But they will be a liability on my ship if we get boarded, right? So that may be something I consider doing in the end, is sending them off to the enemy ship and doing damage, maybe to the enemy shield room, right? They'd be human bombs in the enemy shield room. And they also cause ionization damage. So I can even use these to try to take down the shield. That's kind of macabre, but it's an option I have to do if things get desperate, right? And Psychers, I have a 1 Imperial Acolyte with a Force Shield. He'll probably keep it. I do have a Rejuvenate on Ring on tap, but if we get to that, get another Psyker with an open slot, I can give him that Rejuvenate. Do have Med Drones. A lot of Repair Drones. This will come in handy in the second wave of Necropolis Barge, because they'll destroy, in the second wave of Necropolis Barge, they'll destroy, I believe, destroy your weapons. Yeah, your weapons will be destroyed. Where are they? I'm stupid. Okay, weapons will be destroyed, and then I forgot if shields are destroyed. I think shields are up, and then our assault sled, and then our engines will be destroyed. So I'll be able to use the repair drone to get these repaired really quickly. And then we also have this Purity of Steel module, so this basically casts a purify in your repair system. So once we get a system repaired, we'll all get purified. So that's going to be helpful also to have. It's like a passive benefit. When your system starts getting destroyed, you don't want your system destroyed, but if it does, you've got this to counter any effects like against mind control or any of those other malices that may come from the Death Cult. Of course, Death Cult's going to be drained strength and slow and poison, all those other nasty things you get from the Death Cultist. And let me see. We also have a Blood Golem. He'll be handy for defense. I'll be able to cast up to 2 thralls during the fight, and he'll help us with defense on that. And I've got, I think my other crew, they do have weapons. I think I have enough tool slots for everything. I'll have to double check and see. I'll count. I won't count that now. I'll do that right before the final battle. But if we get some more crew, I'm also going to look for crew with tool slots, because we do have quite a few consumables. And if I need fusion charges, there'll be a lot more. We do have 2 reagents for hungering reagents. These are supposed to be really good against casters. So I'll be probably sending these on the enemy ship to go against the enemy psychers. Maybe I'll do that at the start of the battle, because it'd be good to take out the psychers if we can. And my team may be, boarding crew may be busy in the shield room, too busy in the shield room to deal with hunting down the psychers. So I may need these reagents to help out with that. And so I'm optimistic at this point. I wasn't too optimistic going into Sector 5, but I'm optimistic we might be able to take out Necropolis Barge in this battle. I won't underestimate him. I have been, I don't think I've taken out Necropolis Barge after Torment 6. He's been really tough because they have mainly the summons. I was taken out by the summons and the bloat might. So I have to make sure I can survive the boarding, and I know we can survive Phase 2. I know we can get systems up and running. That won't be a problem. But it'd be helpful if we get fusion charges to take out the enemy shield system. Enough fusion charges to do it on Phase 1 and Phase 3, or after second phase. That'd be really helpful. So I guess we'll find out if we're able to do that as we proceed. So, alright, so the travel path will be to head in this direction of the merchant. I do want to get more psychers, and let's go ahead and get started. Before we head out, I had one idea before we left, is that I'm thinking about upgrading right now to Hull Reaper 2. Normally I do this one jump away from the boss fight, but currently this Hull Reaper fires every 30 seconds. And you saw in the last sector we did have some trouble with some of those tougher enemies with Shield 3, Shield 4. And they have a lot more weapons now. They have at least maybe 4 weapons in their, 4 guns in their weapons bay. And that means they've got like either weapon 6 or weapon 8, so it takes time to do damage to all this stuff and take down all the weapons. In fact, a lot of my shots are taking down maybe 1 weapon at a time, right? So if I have the Hull Reaper up, then and fire every 15 seconds, that allows us to put more pressure on the enemy shields and their weapons. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead, I've got a lot of scrap, right? So I'm going to go ahead and upgrade to Hull Reaper 2 now, so I'm going to do the same way. That's 60 scrap. Now, I don't have any power for that. But what I can do is take this Flux Priest and just move him into the room with the Hull Reaper. If we watch the bar, now we have Hull Reaper 2. Now he has to stand there, of course, for that to work, right? Now, worst case, something goes wrong, he has to run out of there. I could always just take power away from the launch bay and put that in here, or even take it from engines. I've got the guy here in the one Flux Priest in engineering. So I think we're going to try that for now, just to see how that goes. And I was also thinking I'd step away from the game for a bit to maybe upgrade layer to weapon 6. I'm not going to do it right now. I don't see a point. We're going to save that scrap for the vendor shop that's coming up, this merchant. All right, So let's head out of here and see what comes up next. Ah, and they got a chest. Okay. So let's see how we want to do this. And they've got missiles. Okay, incendiary missile. That's not bad. It won't do hull damage. This will do damage to us. Okay, and they have a High Magister who has a Redeemer. It'd be good to take him out if I could. And then we got an Imperial Magister with a heal and a Wrath Blade. Not worry about that. And this guy also will cast fire. Oh, he has a shield. I may have to go in there and take him out. So let's see what we want to do here. We want to get the chest also, right? So I'm thinking of boarding into these rooms here, and then we'll try and get shields down, and then maybe I can use my Gravitic Ray to help start doing damage in these other rooms here, at least to the crew, because we have this night field. Now my weapons are all ready to fire right at the start, but I do want to get this chest, right? We gotta get that chest. So let's see, how are we gonna do this? Weapons and missiles. Not too worried about the fire. The fire we can just open up doors and vent. Of course, that may take away stuff from my systems here. Let me get the force shield on. I think we're gonna need it. And let's see. I don't think we need. I could send a thrall over in here too, right? Sorry, I'm just trying to think. There's so many options here. It's just difficult for me to consider what to do. I'll go ahead and raise a thrall. And let's see what we want to do here. Okay, you're gonna run over here, and I should probably send him too. He's got that DPS, reducing me DPS by 1, right? Oh, I forgot to cast Purify. I keep forgetting to cast Purify. It's not gonna matter too much here, but still I keep forgetting to do that. And you're gonna run into the throne room, and let's see. I'm gonna board him independently, and I guess I'll board him too with the translocator. And I could start getting. Let me get the evasion down. Then I'll start trying to get their shields down. I'll just start doing that. So let's see. Okay, we got 4 guys in there, and let's see. So I'm gonna go ahead and translocate, and we'll start off in the chest rooms. I want to get that chest. You put a sword in there. Interesting. Okay. So who else fighting who? So my commander's in there fighting this thing and this guy. Okay, that's fine. And let's see. Let's start getting. Oh, what's this guy casting? He's casting. Oh, he already cast a flame projectile. Oh, one of these guys has shield. I don't know where he's moving to. Okay. So let's see. Guess I should cast a drain strength in here to help my. Who's fighting this guy? That's my Legionnaire. Okay, you should fight the Centurion. You've got higher. Actually, no, he'll get some health back if he fights this. Oh, it doesn't matter. He'll fight the Centurion instead. And let's see. Okay, 5. What can I take down? I could take down. I could start working on their weapons. Let me do that. We're gonna fire into shields. And let's see what else gonna do. I don't know what to use, where to use the drain strength just yet. I guess I could use on these guys in here. I mean, that's the best bet, so I'll just do it in here. These guys, so I take less damage. And he's 45. He has a 0 now. He has a 2. That's good. And then I'll cast a Death Bolt in here as well. And he has a shield up. And let's see. Okay, shields are now down. So now I can use, let me get this Gravitic Ray up. I'll fire Reaper Beam into the shield and weapon and maybe the throne. Let's try that, see if this works. Okay, shields are still down, but not for long. Now this thing will pierce 2 shields. So let's see, where can I put this missile? We got 1 weapon down. Let's see. I could board this guy into the engine room. Actually, I could board in there and help my commander. Let me do that. I'll just board in there and help the commander. Well, I'll disrupt this guy and then I'll run into the run there and help my commander. Let me do that. Okay, I interrupted him. Now I'm going to go help my commander out and fire a... So I'll fire a missile into shields. Let's do that. And this guy's taking damage. I may have to rotate him. Okay, my looks like my force shield got taken down by deflected one of his spells. That's okay. Let's see. Now the shield came up, so I wasn't able to do any more damage to him, which is fine. If I have to recall, that's fine. I could even send this. I'll send this thrall over. Why not? Let's just send them over. Now they're trying to repair their shields. Ooh, I damaged these guys, and the Gravitic Ray's not up yet. How are we doing attack-wise? Oh, this guy's getting really hurt. Oh. Let me see. Let me move him in there. I don't want to do that. Okay, this guy I want to move in there. I want to put him in there is what I want to do. Sorry. Yeah, I know he's hurt, but let's see. Did he kill him? He's down to a 3 and a 6. Yeah, I don't know. It's going to be close. Oh, their shields are back up. Ugh, okay. We haven't gotten the chest yet. I'm going to have to recall and send them back. Oh, that's not good. Okay, shields. Let's run you in here. And he's immune to suffocation, so he can just sit there. He's getting really low. Yeah, looks like I'm gonna have to recall. Oh, he ran out. Okay, he ran out of there. That's good. Maybe we can kill one of these guys. So my raise up, but it won't hit. It won't break shield 3. I'm gonna have to recall really soon here. Come on. We got the chest, 59 at least. Okay. And so let's see. Yeah, now he's fighting a Centurion. That's not gonna work. Okay, let me recall, I gotta do this. Now he's shooting at me, and let's see what happens with shields. So you guys go in there and get healed. And this guy's okay. I guess I'll run in there and get healed too. Why isn't this fire going out? Oh shit, that's bad. Okay, internal shield charger. Okay, got it up just in time. I'm not using the siege beam anyway. Okay, fire's finally out, and let's see. Try and get people healed here. So I'll run you here. Okay, let's try and get shields down again. And what happened to Hole Reaper? Hole Reaper is, oh! Even though I have the power to it, it's acting as if it's taking a full... Oh, maybe oh, does it have an ion tunneler? Huh. I don't know why this is, I don't know why this isn't recharging for 15 seconds. Maybe it's not, maybe I'm not only using fake power, it's not charging up. Okay, that's a mistake then, so I'll have to buy power for it. I didn't realize that. Let me try something here. What if I take this power and put it here? Huh. Okay. So apparently it doesn't work that way. I thought that this Hull Reaper would act like it's level 2, but it's not because I give him this guy power. So that didn't work, so my scheme here didn't work. So that's a mistake, but now we know. Okay, let's fire back into their shields and start getting people healed. So we can go back again. If I get shields down, I'll use this ray. Oh, one shot missed. Okay, shields are now hit, so maybe I can start hurting some guys here. Let's see if I can hurt these guys. Kill some guys would be good. Let's see. Oh, the shield. It's not doing damage to him. I thought it'd do damage to him. Ugh. Because my sensors are, man, my sensors are up. Something's happening. I thought my Carnage Optics would be doing damage to him with this, but it's not. Huh. Odd. Okay, we got their shields down again, but my Hull Reaper's not up. So, let's see, you run in there and try and get healed again. Okay, now their shields are back. Oh, this is on fire. Okay, let me open this up. And let's see. I was gonna load this guy, right? Let me wait till we board again. Is this still healing? Oh, it's off. Okay. So we're gonna board again. And they're firing a fuselage 2. My shield charger is still up for now. Let's see. This is on fire. I guess I should board down. That's on fire too. I'm trying to get the systems that are not on fire. If I board here, I just don't want to sit in the fire. If you board here, I'm going to have one person on fire. Let me see. In that case, let me, you get shields down, right? Okay, let me think about this, how I want to do this. Who's my toughest boarders? You're kind of tough. And you know what? I should probably wait until her abilities recharge, then we'll board. So I'll just do that. I'll just wait. Only get people rearranged here. And these two guys can board by themselves, and these guys will all board together. So I'll just wait. I'll move you out. Can't do anything about that. Ah, crap. Okay. So they're repairing the system. Wow, we took a lot of damage from that. Okay, my Gravitic Ray and these guns are, wow, we took a lot of damage. Let me move you in there. Is this force shield back? No. He's on fire too. Okay, that's not good. You run in there. That's his missile coming at me. And let's see. They're trying to do the fire there, but it's not doing damage to them. I thought it'd be doing damage. I guess because shields are up. Okay, so let's, we'll just have to wait. Nobody's repairing shields. You get in there and try to repair shields, please. Ah, now my weapons are destroyed. Okay, that is not good. So now this room's on fire. Okay, you run out of there. I was gonna launch him. I guess I can launch him real quick. So let me launch him. I guess I'll launch him and distract the enemy. My life support got destroyed too. That's not good. Why isn't it going? Oh, fuck! I'm stupid. Oh man, I'm stupid. I didn't open this door. Okay, that's a big mistake on my part. Okay, let's fire a missile into this room. Do some damage to him, and we're gonna board. Let's just board into here and go after him, and then. I'm going to board in here too into shields. You're going to board into shields. Okay. And then, let's see. I'm going to do a drain strength on these guys. And then a death bolt on these guys. Okay. Now the shields are down to 2, and you're going to go fight these guys. Okay, now we're fighting that guy. Let's see, my Hull Reaper is back. I can't do anything with it right now. Let's see. When you get, oh, this is on fire now. Crap. Yeah, okay, he's gonna have to just put it out. I'm gonna need you to run you off missiles and go repair life support. He's gonna repair life support. Let's put this back up. He fires out here. Our weapons are slowly coming back online. Oh, you run out of there. Yeah, I know, we're trying to fix it. Okay, and let's see. We almost got this. It's almost done. You run up here out of the fire. He's chasing after him, good. Oh, he's fighting my commander, okay, that's fine. You know what, you go kill him, because you got better DPS. Shit, he's firing at me. Is my shield charger up? Yes, okay, turn on the shield charger, thankfully. And okay, how are we doing? We're trying to get life support fixed. I don't think, you go in there and help him out. And how's life support? It's... How is it? It's almost healed. Okay, it's almost fixed. You just run back here. Okay, we don't have any. Which gun? This gun? Yeah. Okay, this gun's almost ready to go. Okay, we got shields fixed finally. So you run out of there, you run out of there. Actually, you run here and get life support fixed. The life support's fixed. Yay. Alright, you run back up here. How we doing in the fight? We're almost done. Oh. That was ugly, wasn't it? Jeez. Okay, let's recall. God, that was ugly. Man, I didn't know it'd be that bad. Well, and part of the problem of this is because I don't have high DPS weapons, I have no stun, so I had no choice but to recall after that first fight. Maybe I should just focus on shields only, but yeah, that was a tough battle. Now I've got to try and get some hull back, and what's this going to cost me? That's going to cost me 30 scrap to heal. And so let me see if I can get shields down. If they're shit, yeah, so we're going to try to get some hull back. So I think it'll be cheaper for us to get that, cheaper to try to get more hull that way. So let's see if we can get the weapons up, and then we'll start, I guess we ought to get this up too, maybe. This will help take the shields down. Okay, let's fire into shields, and then I'll get the Hull Reaper ready. I'm surprised the Hull Reaper didn't activate. It took, I'm going to have to, I guess, fund a power for it or buy a power for it so it recharges in 15 seconds. That was one big mistake I missed. So let's see how many rooms we can get here. From here, what we get? 4? Is that the max? I think that's the max we can get is 4 rooms. So we'll get 4 rooms. Let's see how much hull we get back. Oh, now the shields are back. Damn it. Oh. Okay, so I gotta destroy shields. Alright, so that's a pain. Okay. Well, now I have 2 hull left, so hopefully I can get that hull before their ship blows up. Nope. Alright, 1 hull, so that's bad. Alright. Okay, that was bad. Let me get everything else repaired. And where's my engineer? Where'd he go? Here he is. Okay, you get this repaired. Ugh. Alright, that was ugly. We got some more scrap, though. I mean, I can afford to repair the hull, right? But that's bad to lose that much hull, right? I wasn't expecting that. And that's my purity of steel that's kicking in. So let's get this repaired next. Ugh. You guys repair this. And get healed. Okay, then I'll get everybody else healed up here. And then we'll be on our way to the next node. And I'm going to buy power for this Hull Reaper too. I didn't realize it was going to stay down like that, so my scheme didn't really work. It powered it, but it didn't really bring it to level 2. It still says, let me see if it still says cooldown time 30. I'm confused. Oh, yeah, so even though it's powered, it still says cooldown time 30, so you have to have actual power there. Okay, so that was my mistake, and that's probably what cost us so much extra scrap there to get this to have to get this repaired, unless unless in the next battle we're able to accumulate some of that hull. So, okay, let's get people healed up here. Who needs it? You need it. And my commander's okay. She'll heal. You need it. And these other guys are all in fairly good shape, I guess. Let's see. Okay, you could use some healing, and we'll try to heal you. How about these guys? Put you here too, and let's see. Let me put you here instead. Okay, let's get the heal going. Okay. He's almost healed. Okay, you're healed. These guys are okay. Alright. He's 110. He'll heal quite a bit next round. So let's get that power purchased. Okay. So that trick didn't. So now it's a rough lesson learned. If you bring a Flux Priest into a room without a power, it will not power it up to that level. I didn't realize that. It seems to work for engines, though. Maybe. I can't really tell. I mean, our evasion is now. Because I thought with engines it was working. So we have right now a 15% evasion plus commander. We have 25%. So it works. It seemingly works for engines. Maybe this is a bug. I may have to raise a note on the, or a request on the Void War forum and say, well, if you have an engineer in the, if you have a Flux Priest in the engine room, you gain the power advantage of that level. But if you, like, see if he runs out of the room now, our evasion is 10. But if you move a Flux Priest into a system like the Hull Reaper, it still treats it as level 2. You know, that might be a bug if the engine room power additions from Flux Priest is working. So anyway, I know it's more information you want to hear, but this could be a bug, and you see it had an effect on my game. So I'll probably report that in the Void War forum. So now we have a true Hull Reaper 2 and 349 scrap. Now we're going to move to the next node, and we have an Ion Storm. Okay, all right, we can handle that, I think. Okay, we can't see on the ship. Okay, Ion Storm, Weapons Prime. Good, okay. So, same routine, I guess. We're going to try the same thing. And they don't have a door system, that's good. And now weapons and shields are right here. That's good. So let's get everybody ready to board. I'll put you here. And who else boarded with me? I forgot. I had 5 people? Yeah, I had 5 people. So let's get another thrall going here. This will help with causing confusion with the enemy, right? So you run here. And then you run on the throne. I forgot to hit Purify again. That's a big mistake on my part. I gotta remember to hit Purify. And let's get the Force Shield up. Okay. Okay, they moved. And he's casting Fireball, that's all. Okay, not a big deal. Okay, so let's translocate. Start with shields, and let's see what we can do here. Oh, we got in the sensor room. I won't be there. Let's run into the weapons room. Oh, okay, good. There's no Centurions on here. It's just Servo Husk. Okay, so we have a better chance here of winning this. And now they're off the throne. I guess I'll lance into their shields. I think that's a good idea. Let's try that. And we did some damage to them. That's good. And let's see. We got a guy on the throne. Let me go ahead and board these guys. I'll put you on the throne, and I'll board you into the engine room, I guess. Let's do that. We've got shields already starting to come down. Good. And I'm just going to get the Gravitic Ray. This will help out, I guess. And let's see. I don't know who to cast my... He killed my guy already. You run in here and help out my commander. My thrall's dead already. Okay, so who do we cast the spells on? Let's see. I'm trying to see who to help out here. Okay, he's doing pretty well. You know, let me switch these out. He'll get 10 hit points back if he kills this guy. And let's see. I guess I'll cast it. I don't know who to do the Drain Strength on. I guess I'll do the Drain Strength on these. No, wait, that's the wrong one. That's okay. Drain Strength on those guys. And he just got some health back. Oh, they're firing at me, aren't they? Okay, I better turn on the shield charger. And let's see. Try and get weapons destroyed. I guess I'll cast the Death Bolt here. Good. Okay, now we got some of their weapons down, but not their Storm Cannon. And let's see. Okay, we got shields almost all the way down. I want to use Hull Reaper on it whenever it is down. That shot missed. We've gotten that Ion Pulse that could take down shields. I'll have to be careful with that, of course. But this fight may be over really soon. We're almost done with it, looks like. He's trying to run away, and he can't, and that's it. Nice. 56 scrap, 2 munitions. Okay, so let's recall, and I'm going to try and get some hull back. Let's fire the Storm into shields, and then I'll try to use the Hull Reaper this time. And let's get people healed up who need healing. Okay, that was good. I'm glad we didn't have any Centurions that time. Lucked out. Hopefully that was the worst battle we're going to have. Though I suspect there may be more. Okay, let me get the Hull Reaper ready. Okay, shield down. So let's keep shields down. And I want to get shields down this way. Okay, I got some hull back. Shields are not destroyed yet. So let's fire into shields and try to destroy them this time. Good. Okay, now shields are destroyed. And so I'm going to try and do another Hull Reaper on them because it's a chance to get more hull back, and for the munitions it's worth it. It's because, like, for the Expenditure 1 munition we could get up to 4 hull or even more. Yeah, up to 4 hull if I start the Reaper Beam down here. So let's wait a minute, get people healed up. Okay, and let's see, Reaper Beam 6 seconds away. Yeah, I think everybody's healed now, right? Let's see. Yeah, we're fully healed, that's good. Okay, 3 seconds. He's got lots of hull left. Okay, let's fire the Reaper Beam, and I'm going to try and get 4 rooms this time. Let's see how much we get. 1, 2. Okay, we got 2 for 1, that's good, and that's it. Alright, so we got some hull back, that's good for us. And we got 405 scrap, and we're from starting this sector, we are down 3 munitions. We started with 17, now we're down to 14, but we got 405 scrap. That's great. So, okay, let's head to the next node. Now we got 1 more jump here, and then 2 jumps before the merchant. Let's see if we can survive this next node. Oh, good. We got 1 Centurion and a bunch of marshals. Oh, this is enforced. Okay, this will be a little tough. This is gonna be a little bit tougher fight this time. Okay, on their damage though. Oh, okay. You know what? I may not want to risk boarding. I may want to just try to take him out. So I'm going to try that. I'm just going to try to board him in here to get this down. And then now I'm going to try to take down, get shields down. Let's see if this works. Good. Shields are down to 1. So we'll fire into shield. And what kind of missile? He's got another incendiary missile. And fire into weapons. And then I'll get the ray ready. And Hull Reaper ready too. Okay, shields are down, and they're down to 3. I don't want to lose this guy. And so let's go and recall. And then I'll get the Hull Reaper. And we'll do shield and weapons and this. And that's it. Nice. Just come out just in time. All right, that went really, really well. We got some hull back too. Perfect. Man. Okay, that went a lot better than the very first battle, didn't it? So, okay. So don't need to heal anybody. Man, what more can you ask for? So let's now warp victoriously to the merchant and see what he has to offer us. 441 scrap. Man, this is, I can't believe I've got this much scrap here on Torment-12. Oh, okay. So they got a Ghoul Magus and he has a Soul Spear. Alright, well that's not bad. That's definitely going to be a purchase because, oh, they have fusion charges. Nice. Okay, so we'll have fusion charges and they have a blood spear. All right. Okay. The thing is, I do have thralls, right? So I could cast this. Now I only have 2 thralls to use, but this is an extra damage I could do to the enemy ship. It's only 20. Blood Curse. It's not really that great of a spell. I mean, it's kind of helpful. This would be useful to go after the enemy psychers, right? Because every 20 seconds you could disrupt the psychers. That's not a bad thing to have, even though it's a little weak. It's disruption. Then Coagulate. Now this is actually a good spell if you have a way to generate Thrall, because it will not only repair system damage, but if you have a Thrall nearby, it repairs 2 system damage. This is a really good healing spell, but it's 30 scrap, and we already have 4 of the repair drones. And let's see what we got. The next one's Imperial Scribe, and I'd hope to get another Scribe, because now we'll have another Purify. So if I buy the Scribe, I'll have 2 Purifies, and keep in mind, I've got this Purity of Steel module, so that means every time we repair a system, I'll get a Purify. And when you're against Necropolis Barge, we got to deal with the not only the poison attacks, right? There's all those poison attacks. We got the bloat mites, they'll create poison. So there's going to be poison on this ship the entire time. But if I have all these Purifies in this Purity of Steel and we're repairing systems, then the poison won't be that much of a problem. So this is actually pretty good. And then we have a Imperial Alkali has another Force Shield. So he's got another Force Shield. So I can have another Force Shield to help protect the ship or get one of these spells. So this is a lot to consider, and I've got a ton of scrap, and I also have to consider upgrading systems. And one thing I'd like to do also is I'd like to upgrade to Weapon 6. And so another thing I can do too is this is going to be controversial, I don't know if everybody would do this, I could sell the Lance. The reason I want to sell the Lance is also have this Heat Beam 1. And so if I upgrade to Weapon 6, I'm going to have 4 beam weapons going into the final battle. I'll have the Gravitic Ray, okay, which I can use to also disrupt casters. It has a really long beam length. You didn't see me use a whole lot in this sector so far, but the beam length 110, that's a lot. That'll cover many rooms, especially on the boss ship, and I'll be able to disrupt casters. And it charges every 8 seconds. And then Well, I'm not doing that when I'm pretty confident I can get shields down on the enemy ship now that they have the fusion charges. We can get 2 sets of fusion charges easy. Then once we get that down, then I can use this heat beam to set fires on the ship. And keep in mind, the Gravitic Ray also slows down the enemy crew for 30 seconds. They're not going to be able to get to those fires, right? If I hit the right crew members. So this will be, and every 8 seconds I can slow down the enemy crew as long as shields are down. And note shield piercings too. So if their shields are up a little bit, I can slow them down. So I'm thinking this is going to be a better combination to use on the boss than the Heavy Ion Lance, which only has 2 shots and slow, right? It takes 25 seconds. So I am considering to sell the Lance. And another thing I have to deal with or think about is this Rejuvenate. I wouldn't mind getting a Rejuvenate to one of these Psychers. I just don't know. I guess I'd have to give it to him. So I may have to buy one of these Psychers and give him a Rejuvenate. That's a thought. So I have a lot to think about here. And I also have to consider money I need for the upgrades. Because Weapon 6 is going to cost me 105. So that leaves me 336 left. If I buy all these Psychers, that's going to be 140, right? That's 336, 140 gives me about what? 290, 280. Let's see. 336, 140. I'm not going to purchase here. I'm just going to select it and see what I have left. Now I want to get Hull Reaper, and I have to buy 2 power for this. So that leaves me 236 left. And then door 2 might be good when we get boarded. So now we're down to 211. So I've got 211 scrap left for crew. That means I can buy the crew. That'd be 140. I've got 70 left. So it looks like I can buy everything I want. And keep in mind we have one more node to jump through where we might be able to get even more scrap, right? Which I could use for doors or for maybe this. This is going to be 60, right? So I've got all the scrap I need, and I'm going to be able to sell this also. I'll be able to sell this Lance for 25, so I'll have 25 more scrap. I'm really going to have 466 scrap when I'm done here. And then I might be able to sell this too. We'll have to see. And I also got to think about tool slots for all these consumables, including the fusion charges. I got to think about tool slots, and only one of these guys has a tool slot. So I'll have to get this guy, but remaining crew, I've got to plan the tool slots for the boss battle. I've got this guy. See how many consumables? 1, 2, 3, 4, and then the fusion charge, right? So that's 5 slots. I've got 1. This guy might be my bomber. I may have to put fusion charges on him. I'd like to have 2 fusion charges, or 2 sets, so we can ensure we take out the shields. 1. He's got a tool slot, but he's the that's my scribe, and he has a tool slot. But I'm using him to board, right? No tool slot. Okay, so that's what, 3. Okay, the engineer has a slot, but he's going to use the repair drones. 4, 5. This guy will probably be my second bomber. I'm not crazy about that. I don't like having him as a bomber, but we have no choice, it looks like. And I'll have that other scribe, which I may have to give him the reagents I have. Okay, so I've got to sit down and think out how I'm going to do this. I've got a lot of options here, and you see it's pretty complicated. In fact, I'm going to sit down in a spreadsheet and list everything out, including my tool slots, my crew, what's available to purchase here, and plan all this out, because that's the only way I think I can do it. So I'm going to stop the video here, and I'll come back once I've made my decisions. Alright, so because there's so many options to deal with in the game as far as upgrades and things to buy and all stuff like that, I had to wind up putting everything into a spreadsheet. You can see here on the right, just to see what exactly I can buy and how much scrap I'll have left over. Because I have an enormous amount of scrap. I have 441 scrap, and I've got Voidboard running in Windows, so I can run Microsoft Excel here in another window. And you can also use alternate spreadsheets like Google Docs. And what I've done is I have a formula here. I put the total amount of scrap I have in this gray box here. It says 441. It matches what, kind of hard to see, I know, sorry. And then I have a formula right here in this cell. It's not taking me to the cell. Now it's odd, the cell's off now. And I have a formula here that sums up all the cost for items I'd like to purchase right here in this column. And then down below are some items I could possibly sell, which could be my weapon, the Heavy Ion Lance I talked about. Right now I have that sitting in my cargo hold, and then the Rejuvenate. And further, I also used the Excel to help lay out the crew members I have that I can assign tools to. Now it's hard to see, but I lined up. I went through my crew roster and looked at all the crew members that happen to have available tool slots. So when the sheet, I'm able to plan out what items I'd like to purchase and how much scrap it's going to cost, and then how much scrap I would have left. And so systems I like to upgrade Siege Beam to level 2. Right now it's currently level 1. That's going to cost 70, and then I can't forget the extra power. Right now, the Siege Beam 2 also includes the power. I believe it's 40 plus 30 scrap for the power block. Now, I currently have the Siege Beam unpowered, so I'm going to have to pay an extra 30 for that block. To get to fully functional Siege Beam 2, I'm going to need 100 scrap. That's right here then. I'd like to upgrade the doors too, because we're going to be boarded by bloat mites, like 6 bloat mites every 30 seconds. That's going to be kind of crazy. I don't know how I'm going to manage that, but we're going to try. But having the doors at level 2 means the bloat mites will have less chance of trying to break through the doors, and I'll hopefully be able to ferry them into kill zones on the ship. And kill zones on the ship, I don't know if you can see us, I'm opening doors here to where I just leave, once we're in the battle, these doors here open, and try to station some combat troops, like maybe the blood golem in these rooms, and so the blood mites can ferry their way into these rooms. And then I'll probably need the way to heal these crew quickly, because the you see the auto surgeon's way over here on this side, away from like the kill rooms for the bloat mites, and it'll take time for the soldiers to get over there, get healed, and then come back. By that time, more bloat mites are going to show up. So it's going to be a very tedious battle if you're going to see me trying to micromanage moving crew around, having essential crew run out of the rooms where we don't want the bloat mites to be. And I guess there's another kill zone right here, so I could leave these doors open as well. So looks like I got 1, 2, 3, 4 areas I can ferry the bloat mites. So it looks like I'll be trying to ferry all the bloat mites to the western and southern portions of the ship and the southwest section here. So my crew can hopefully dispatch of them without doing too much damage to the systems. And I need all these systems pretty much. We need the doors up. We need the siege beam has to stay up. Life support needs to stay up, obviously, throughout the battle. But anyway, with all the stuff I need to buy, that's why I felt like I had to put into a spreadsheet to figure out what I could get. And also I want to get weapon 6. And right now we're at weapon 5. And I want to be able to have both the Gravitic Ray and the heat beam up. And these need to be up because I've got Carnage Optics. I can do crew damage to the enemy while I wave these beam weapons over them, including the heat beam. So it turns the heat beam into a crew damaging weapon, which is really powerful. So that'll help me try and take out the Psychers. The Psychers are going to be a huge threat to us in the final battle, so I need to be able to take them out. I learned that lesson the hard way. After not taking them out, I think it was maybe on Torment 10, and they managed to just flood me with summons. It just, I had no way to recover from that. And then I'm going to be purchasing some crew. I've got Imperial Acolyte, Imperial Scribe, Ghoul Magus. We covered these in the shop. I'm going to purchase all 3 of these Psychers. The Magus has a Soul Spear, which this guy may be hard to keep alive. He only has 10 health, but you know, it's a free shot. That's 1 hull damage I can do to the enemy, so I may as well take it, right, for 10 scrap. It's worth it. So I'll do my best to keep him alive. And one good thing he has too is if the enemy being a death cult ship, they're going to send over poison gas. Well, he gets healed by poison. So that also will help keep him alive if the ship is flooded with poison gas, and that doesn't help my crew, of course. Now, if I buy this guy, this Imperial Scribe, now I'll have 2 Purifies. He has a Purify spell currently active, and so I'll have at least 2 Purifies I can use. And then also to protect my crew, I've got this Purity of Steel ship module, which I don't use that often. I just happen to loot it in the first sector. But since our systems will likely take damage once they're repaired, then we'll have another Purify that immediately kicks in. So there's a good chance my crew might be able to survive the deluge of poison that's going to hit our ship, and I won't even have to vent anything. You know, maybe my crew can just kind of live in the poison the entire time without dying, because that'll affect these vulnerable Imperial Scribes as well. But I'm not going to, of course, rely on this Purity of Steel. I also have to time, and I'm going to try to, if I have to vent out rooms, then I may, we'll have to see. We'll just have to see how that goes. Hopefully I can avoid doing that. And then we're going to get the Imperial Acolyte, and he's 70 scrap, most expensive crew member here. And he's got a force shield, but I'm thinking because we're going to be invaded by all these bloat mites and having to move my crew around, they're probably going to disrupt that force shield pretty easily. And I already have 1 crew member with the force shield who I'm using to protect the shields and weapons if we have to. So what I'm probably going to do with this second Psyker here is assign him this Rejuvenate, because with Rejuvenate he can cast it anywhere. I think it has a 1-second cast, and so he can't be disrupted, but less likely to be disrupted than he would if he had the force shield. And plus, this can help tank my crew. If some of my crew in one of the kill rooms here, it starts to get really low in health, and he's not in that room, then he can cast the rejuvenate to try to heal him up. So that's, or we can move 4 guys in one of these rooms, and from the kill zone, I can move like 4 people in one of these rooms here and cast and heal them up. So there's a number of ways I could use that spell to help with my crew while we're getting boarded, especially also if we get boarded by Necrolurges at the same time. That's going to happen in Phase 2. And going back to the spreadsheet, and they also have fusion charges for sale, so we're going to buy these fusion charges for sure. They cost 2 scrap each, and there's only 3 of them, but I think that's all we're going to need. When we get to Phase 2, if I can get weapons repaired, we might be able to take the shields down again pretty quickly, especially if the beam weapons are up. Because in Phase 2 of the battle, our weapons are going to be destroyed. And if we have weapon 6, we got to cure 6 points of 6 points of the weapons. And to do that, I'm going to be using repair drones. They have 4 repair drones for sale. I already have, and I'm only going to buy, I think I only have enough space for 1 set of repair drones. Going back to the what people can carry, I have, yeah, I don't have anybody else who can carry more repair drones. So I'm just going to have 6 repair drones. I don't think I can field another 2. I'd like to field 8, but I don't think I can do it because I've got, I have med drones also I'm going to be using to help heal the crew, and then I've got reagents with hungerers. I'm going to use those on the enemy ship. I'm not going to put those on, use those as defend borders on my ship because I won't be able to control where those hungerers go, right? If I can't control them, that means they'll fight a bloat mite in one of these rooms here, and then that's going to cause system damage when it blows up, so I don't want that. Though it's not a bad thing because, again, we can try, if we repair that damage, then we get a purify out of it, but still I'd rather keep the systems up if I could. And so I'm going to use repair drones to prioritize repair of the systems in Phase 2. I'll probably try and get weapons repaired as soon as possible so we can start going after the enemy shields and the other enemy systems on their ship. And then there's also Phase 3. They'll come up once we get the enemy ship. And if we reach Phase 3, hopefully, I've never reached Phase 3 on the Necropolis Barge at this high of a torment. If we reach Phase 3, then we'll have, I think, 3 of our systems will be randomly ionized, and then we'll just have to wait that out. I don't know which system those are going to be, but we should have at least 1 weapon system up. So we've got missiles, siege beam, hull reaper, and this. So at least 1 of our weapons will be up, and then we should continue to be able to do damage on the enemy ship. But going back to the systems we're going to purchase, so I'm going to buy 2 sets of repair drones. That's going to be 8 scrap, and then I'm going to get the hull repaired. I figure I may as well start the game with as much hull as possible because I just don't know if that'll help ensure our survivability. We have hull reaper, but I'm going to be able to purchase all their munitions. There's 8 munitions for sale here in the shop, and I'm just going to buy all of them just so we have them ready. That gives us only 21 munitions, and so I don't want to. I'd rather not use any munitions in the next battle if I have to. We got 1 more battle after this before we get to the boss ship, so I'm going to try to do that without munitions, but we'll see. If we have to use some munitions, maybe we'll get some back. 20 munitions, all we're going to have to work with, and that should be enough. I think that's enough to get us through the whole battle, and we'll have to see. I mean, if we run out of munitions, that means we run out of missiles, and we can't use the hull reaper, right? So we'll have to, and hopefully the siege beam stays up the entire time, doesn't get damaged. In worst case, then we'll just have to rely completely on our weapons, where we have 6 shots and beams, so we could maybe get by with weapons up, but that's, grand. We can keep the enemy shields down. And then we've got for items to sell. I guess I won't be selling rejuvenate, so I'll take this off, and that gives us 50 scrap that's left over from all these upgrades. And with 50 scrap, now we're going to get some more scrap too, because we'll have 1 more jump, and I don't know what I can purchase for 50 scrap. Going here, we're going to have siege beam 2, and I guess I'll have doors upgraded to 2, and then with 50 scrap, there's not much left. I can get sensors up. I mean, with sensors, if our sensors stay strong, that means Carnage Optics will still work. We got this Carnage Optics module, and this only works though if sensors are not destroyed. It says while sensors are active. We still need to keep. Or I have sensors too. I may not have to upgrade them, but we're gonna have to see just how much power we got left. I can also buy an extra power block just so if these engineers, something happens to these Flux Priests while they're in this room, see right now these Flux Priests are giving us evasion at level 3. If they run out of the room because of being chased by bloat mites, it drops down. See, so I might even consider just buying an extra power block or 2, so if something happens, I can just throw it in here. And power blocks, they're kind of expensive right now. There's still 30, so I could buy maybe 1 power block to have an extra one floating around just in case. So we'll have to see. It kind of remains to be seen. So. Anyway, I know that's fairly complicated, but I wanted to make sure that I had a handle on everything that we're dealing with to get ready for this final boss fight. And what I'm going to do is I'm not going to equip everything on the crew right now, because we have, if we look at the map, we got one more jump here. We're going to have one more, or may nothing, either a battle or nothing happens before we get to the final boss fight. So I'm not going to equip everybody just yet. Doesn't make any sense to do that. But what I'll do is I'll go ahead and just get ready to start purchasing everything. And so let's see, stuff we want to buy in the shop. We want to get the Imperial Acolyte, Scribe, and Magus. Let's go and get that now. We'll get the Magus, the Scribe, and the Imperial Acolyte. I'm not going to buy any of these spells. I just can't afford to switch them out. And then I was going to get, so these are accounted for. I'll just check them off, I guess. Let's see, where's the, I can just put a color, tell me I bought them. And then fusion, we're going to buy the fusion charges. And let's see, Oh, not enough space. Okay, so I may have to equip something. Okay, I thought I could just buy 3. So let's see. I was going to sell something. I forgot. Yeah, we don't need this ballistic shield. I don't think anybody can equip it. So I'm going to sell the shield. That gives me 2 extra scrap. Yeah, I forgot to list that on here. I should equip the, I'll just put the ballistic shield. That's not a whole lot of scrap, right? It's just -2. So, and this is a minus number, so it gets added to the top. I mean, you could do a minus, but I'm just adding positive and negative numbers, right? So I got 52 scrap left. Heavy iron lance, I'll go ahead and sell that. We don't need that anymore. And we got 324 scrap, and then let's see. And what else I was going? Oh, now I can buy the 3rd charge. Okay, now we got 3 fusion charges here. I have an extra weapon here. It looks like. Oh, let me go and assign the spell to this guy, the rejuvenate. You know, I could save it. I could use this fusion charge on the next jump. So I could wait for the next jump and use this force shield, and go ahead and use the force shield down right before we go to the next jump, then I can switch this out. And let me see if there's anything else. I wanted to buy another set of repair drones. So let me go ahead and give a weapon to somebody. Who can I give this stuff to? Let's see. Okay, let's see. I guess I'll give something to him right now. I'll just give him a set of repair drones. Just, he can hold on to these, and then we buy the last repair drones. Okay. So that's everything. I think that's everything we're going to buy in the store. I was going to buy the munitions, right? So let's buy the munitions. The munitions out. And we'll buy 4. I mean, we'll get the hull repaired. Okay, so hull's repaired. And let's see. So we got the fusion charge, munitions, repair drones, hull repair. Okay, all this is done. And let's see. I haven't upgraded any of this stuff, so what's left? If we remove all this stuff. Now, I could also update the sheet to make sure I'm still set up after all this. So since we've made all these purchases, I can now go back. The total scrap is now 278. So we'll go 278, and then I'll get rid of all these things here because we don't need them anymore. And let's see, we sold the lance and the shield, right? So, and then we haven't bought these guys. These are the 3 left I want to do. So, okay, 278. So I've got 278 left, and this matches what I have here in the ship. So that means my planning was correct. And here's the upcoming purchase I want to make. And that leaves us now with 48 scrap. Now I do have a weapon here. This would sell for 2. That's not. I guess that puts us back at 50. If I sold that weapon, I don't. Let me see if I need to sell that weapon. I'm not sure. Let's see, loadout. Well, this little block you see up here, it's the Excel shows your initials, and so I'm just hiding my initials. That's what the little block is up here. So apologies for that. I just had to. There's no way to turn it off when I could tell. Kind of annoying. I don't know that I want you to. Makes it difficult for screen sharing to show your personal info out there like that. But anyway, okay, let's go to the. Let's see what I was going to do. I was going to look at see if I can hand this weapon. I don't think anybody has a weapon slot. All my weapons are taken up, so I'll probably sell that weapon. Yeah, none of these other guys have weapons that we can use. So I'll just sell that weapon. I guess I meant to sell it. So we'll sell this weapon, the Power Claw. Okay, now we're at. So now the scrap is 280. This goes back 280. Okay, now we got 50 scrap. So if I buy these upgrades, the Siege Beam 2, the extra power, and the doors, and the weapon 6, then we'll be at 280. Well, we'll be at 50 scrap left. So, okay, let me go and close out of Excel because we don't need this anymore. I've gotten everything sold off. I mean, I'll need this. I'll refer to this later once I get everything equipped. I probably won't show this again. I just wanted to show you that you can use. You have to if you get into a situation like this. Where you have a lot of stuff, then you can use a spreadsheet to try to help plan things out. Alright, back at full screen game, so I'm going to continue my upgrades. I wanted to get weapon 6. Right now we're at weapon 5, so let's go and get weapon 6 online since we no longer have the lance. Okay, now we got all 6 of these guns online, and I'm trying to think if I want to rearrange these. And I think I'll leave it as is. I mean, if this heat beam goes down, this heat beam doesn't really do damage. I mean, fires are nice, this does the crew damage. And I'll just leave it like this, because this has a very fast charging time, so if we lose weapon power, I just won't have fire. I need this up so I can take down shields, right? We gotta take down shields, and this only pierces 2 shields, so I guess it's fine to leave it just like this. And let me see what else we want to upgrade before we go. Siege Beam 2, we need Siege Beam 2 for the final battle. Let's do that real quick. So we got Siege Beam 2. And we got the 2 power, I needed that. Okay, now we're back to 75, and then the last upgrade I would need to make would be Doors 2. And it's going to depend on how much, I guess it doesn't matter. We're going to get, I'm going to commit to Doors 2 because that'll help us against the, against all those other enemies. We're going to face the bloat mites and the, I guess even the Necrolurches too. Necrolurches I think will stay in room and attack. I think we'll have to fight the Necrolurches where they show up. So, I'll do Doors 2 now. Let's just do it. I'm committed. Now we got 50 scrap left. Okay, so everybody back in their positions. I gotta see where to put these other people. Let's see. So all these rooms could be feasibly attacked, right? It's hard to say where anybody's gonna be safe because he could attack all these rooms. Let's see. This is my new Alkalite. Now I intend to give him the spell. I'm going to do the rejuvenate, but I'm not going to do that now. I'm going to try and use this for the next. I guess I could protect my shield charger. I'm not going to be using this in the next fight, even though it's active. I'm not going to use it. I guess I'll put him right here so we can protect the Hull Reaper. And yeah, I wish I had more like a bigger ship with more open space, but that's what we'll have to deal with. And then this guy, I guess I'll run him up here for now. And this Magus, tempted to put him on the throne. I don't know if that'd be the safest spot for him. But yeah, I'll just put him on the, of course the throne can get attacked. I'll just put him up here for now. I'm going to get killed in the next battle. You can avoid it. So, let's see. Just shutting these for now. All doors are shut. Now we're at door 2. Okay, let me get my bearings here for what we're going to do in the next battle. So let's see, I may as well just put you here and put you here. Because the next battle we're just going to board anyway, right? Or depending on what the setup is. Maybe we'll get a damaged ship. Hopefully it's a damaged Imperial ship and not a fully fledged one. But either way, I think we're ready for them. So let's see. Now I got 3 rows of crew. Okay, that's good. I got to remember this guy's down here with the Soul Spear. Okay, one of these guys got a repair kit, that's fine, or a repair drone, okay. Okay, I think we've done everything here at the shop we can do, and so now we've got one more battle before we reach the Vault of Souls. So let's go to this next battle and see how this works. And what I'll probably do is I'll do this battle, and then that'll be the end of the video. Usually I do the final battle in a separate video, standalone video. So let's head here, hope for the best. Oh, it's damaged. Okay, that's good. I'm glad I did. So all I gotta do is get down shields, and we can take them out. That's easier said than done. So I should probably board this guy into shields, and then maybe distract him. Oh, they have this thing too. I forgot they have this thing. They could board our ship as well. That could be a problem. So let's see. Let's try and get shields down. And who can board with him? He can board with them. So I'll board these 2 guys into shields. Let me think what else I want to do. I can use the drain strength and the death bolt on those guys in there as well, and that'll help get shields down. I could board some other guys to distract them, so I'll do that too. Let me launch a let me get a thrall, and then see, we'll get the 4 shields up. Oh, I forgot to cast Purify before we left. I should cast Purify. I can't forget to cast Purify before we walk into the final battle. So, and this guy can also cast. I guess he'll be. Well, they may cast Dev. Oh, they kill any Psychers. Okay, they can't cast Fire on us. This takes like 8 seconds. I hate that. Gotta get shields down. So I'll fire this into shields. That seems to be the sensible thing to do. Oh, I can already fire weapons. Let me do that. Let me just start firing weapons. And you know, I'd rather get their, hold on a second, I'd rather get their, let me get the evasion down so I can hit, right? That's important. I'm going to do this. I'm going to try something simple. I'm going to board this guy into their throne room. Where is he? Assault cyborg. Okay, let's just board him to the throne room and get the evasion down, right? And then I'll cast Drain Strength in there, help him out. And I'll cast the Death Bolt in there as well to help him. And then we're going to start firing into shields and missile into weapons. I don't want to use a weapon, use a projectile. We got to do it. Oh, see, shot missed already. Okay, shields are down, and so now we use Hull Reaper into these rooms here. Yeah, I can do 4 rooms. Let's try 4. Okay, that's better. And I can do Gravitic Ray. I gotta watch out I don't, I'll help him out. And Heat Beam, I'll start a fire over here. Okay, let's try that. Okay, now we're doing damage. And how's he doing in there? He's got him over half his health is gone. I don't really want to turn on the siege beam. I want to save munitions. We've done a lot of damage to these guys. Okay, we damaged one of their weapons. I'm gonna have to turn on shield charger at some point. Let's see. And now their shield's back up. That stinks. Oh. Go down to 4 hull. I gotta watch for that, right? I mean, I can take a weapon out if I move into this room. Well, it doesn't matter, right? I may as well kill this guy and get it down. And then we'll be able to fire again, because we'll damage the throne, right? Because there goes the Soul Spear into their shield, I think. Good. Okay, now the shield down to 2, down to 3 hull, though. Okay, now they're still at 3 hull. Now they're down completely, and we got fire going in there, and my ray's up, but I don't know if I can penetrate. I want to do crew damage. I'm going to wait on this ray until we get shields down, because that'll be better. They're going to be firing at me soon. I guess I can run here and get one of their weapons offline. That didn't have an effect. All right. Now he's fighting me, which is okay. I could help him out. I'll just help him out. Okay, now he's firing at me, so I'm going to go ahead and turn on the shield charger. They're down to 3 hull now, so I got to watch for that. And okay, I got a shield charger up. How's my guys doing? Guys are doing good. Okay, so okay, Storm 2 into shields. And get ready to recall. Okay. 3. And I'm going to go ahead and recall him now. I think that's okay. And then we're going to do the ray. And let's see, go into here, 4, well, doesn't matter, 3 rooms. And then heat beam over here, more fire for them. And then my photon's about to fire. Okay. Now we're down to 2 hull. Oh, they're coming to board us. Crap. Alright. Okay, Photon 3, let's try to destroy the ship. Nice. Okay, we gotta destroy it, but we got a guy coming to board us. And so I've got to get ready for him. Let's see where he's going to end up. These guys need to get healed. I'll run them over here. Okay, he's going to, hopefully, he may board, could board any one of these rooms here. Okay, run up here, you run up here, you get ready to run. Oh, he's running in here. Okay, so you guys run out. He's after my Ghoul Magus. Oh, God. Oh, man. You need to run, like, in here. You run here. You run. This is a preview of what's gonna happen when the bloat mites attack. Oh, so we got some stuff. Either micro shields, which I don't need, a welding torch. I'll take it, but I don't think I can use it. God, I hope we can get out of there in time. Oh, I got him locked in there. Thank God, because this guy would have been dead. You run in here also. Okay, and let's see. Okay, let's let him in so we can fight him. I don't have. In 3 seconds, in 3 seconds, I'd have spells to use on him. Let me wait. I can wait on that, right? Okay. This guy needs to run here so I can heal him. So good thing I got the door upgrades now, because now I can wait for my spells recharge and I might be able to kill him. Okay, now I'll drain him. Okay, now I'll death bolt him. Okay, now I'll open the door and hopefully we'll kill him right now. Oh, it's on fire. Crap. I forgot about that. They set things on fire. So let me run everybody out of there. Run out of there, dummy. Now I gotta get everybody healed. Let's see. So I don't have to heal these guys. And who else needs healing? See, it's gonna be rough in this last battle. I'm micromanaging all this. It's gonna be very tedious, I know. So my apologies for that. Okay, fire's out. Now I can't really vent anything, so then my crew has nowhere to go, right? So we're just gonna have to. While that poison comes in, we'll just have to deal with it. That was my thrall that died. Okay, and I got one more heal. Let's see if I need to heal anybody else. Okay, I think we got air back, so we'll put everybody back in their stations here. This guy's a little hurt. I think he'll recover all the way. These guys recover all the way in the next fight. I'll send him in there just in case. I don't want to lose any valuable point of health that he has. I'm sure it's all there. Okay. Save stations. Okay, so we survived that. Now we have a torch, but I don't think I can give this to anybody. This repair tool, so it's just going to be an extra piece of equipment. And what I'm going to do in the next video, I'll do all my prep before the final battle. I don't see a point doing it right now. Alright, so that's it for Sector 6. We survived Sector 6, only 19 munitions. I wish I had a little more, so I'll have to make do with that. That means it'll be kind of a race to destroy the enemy ship, and I have to hope that I can use my beam weapons and use the Hull Reaper sparingly when we get shields down, and hopefully this will stay up the entire time. So every time we deploy siege units, it's going to take 3 munitions. And worst case, I've got 6 people who can board, and we can always go back to the ship and try to do damage that way. But I think all my crews are going to be staying on the ship while we get boarded. So after Phase 2 starts, we'll probably be sitting here, but I'll talk more about in the next video. So thanks for watching. See you in the next video where we will finally reach the Vault of Souls and fight the Necropolis Barge on Torment 12. Take care.